It's 6 o'clock in the morning here, and I just get such a kick out of hearing the birds singing in the morning. But it is very pretty. It has a very nice view out my window. Looking at all those trees and so on. Oh, I have things to do. It's not time to get up. It's 6 o'clock. I just gotta get up and take that one medication that I gotta take on a empty stomach. But I thought I would try to record the sounds of the birds for a minute. This is the start of my day. Well, it's time to get up, and this morning it is nice and cool, so I was able to open up the windows, and there's a wonderful breeze coming through, and the birds are still out there singing. And so it's time to get up and get started for the day. And Midnight's going to come, and she wants to get pet. Both sides of the window are open because it is just so incredibly beautiful out. My goodness. No deer this morning, but some mornings get deer. Well, now it's time for my morning drink. And taking care of some things, of course, teeth, face, and all of that. And so I just discovered this thing. And to help mix up my cinnamon into the water. Now, the water has now been warmed up so that my collagen will dissolve in it. And so this really helps to get the cinnamon mixed into things before I add the apple cider vinegar and lemon. I learned that you have to not do that real fast when this is more full because it'll just go out all over the place. So now it's time to add the scoop of apple cider vinegar. And since I'm doing this with my phone and just one-handed, this is my scoop that I use. So I'll be putting in 1 scoop of apple cider vinegar and 1 scoop of real lemon juice. And then I will put in 2 scoops of B12 Extreme to help get that really into me. It really helps a lot. Hold on for a second. Let me add that. Alright, so I used my little stirrer to get that stirred up. And I have a very special spot just for my, I can't remember what it's called. It's just a little mixer. They call it an egg beater or something like that. But, so the egg beater is with this. And the frother, whatever, you can just, this just really gets things really super stirred in. And so I'm using that to make sure that my cinnamon is stirred in. Now I need to add a little water to this, and then my emergency. I have this every morning, and it helps. And then I've got my little tinctures here, which help, and I just started taking those. I'm hoping that those will help with my MS. And so that's part of my morning routine. So this cabinet is above the area where I mix my morning drink. And then I have my blonde roast coffee here, jasmine rice here, and then over here is where I have my different mixtures for smoothies or other drinks. And my B12 is over here, my iodine, which I will need, do my emergency. Let me grab one of those packets out. And then while I'm doing this, I always take my omegas. And my CoQ10. They worked out, only one of them came out, which was nice. And then my turmeric, Bioprene, garlic and ginger. It's a beautiful day outside. Just incredible. I've got all of the windows throughout my little home open all the way through the house. It is just absolutely beautiful, and take advantage of it while I have it. And it's keeping things nice and cool. It's not supposed to get real hot today. So here I have some moringa, and then I have my green detox back there, which is pretty good. And then I have my two different there, you know, so that I have these to add to drinks and be able to get those electrolytes. And then I have some pea protein up here, and there's a couple of things back there, but that's pretty much it. So take those tablets and go back over with my emergency and my iodine. And before I went over there, I went into the refrigerator. I got out my ginger juice. So I add about 1/2 of this scoop, which I measured it out. That works out to be 1 tablespoon. And so let me get these things added. And this is part of my morning routine. Well, no, I'm a little bit of a mess here, but I got things to do today. I forgot, I've got to add a little bit of this before I add the water. This is something my doctor said I needed after my colonoscopies, so I don't take quite as much as it says, because it doesn't do, to me, it doesn't work the way that I think it should. Anyway, so I do make sure to take that every morning in the drink. There it is with everything. Now it's time to add the emergency. And this is when I resort to using the spoon to get that mixed in. So there, that's morning drink. Time to go sit at my desk and drink this and take it with some vitamins. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was, you know, here we are, we got the sink, and this is an RV, and so it's got a holding tank. So you don't want things like food particles and so on and so forth going down the drain. And one of the things that can be really hard on that is coffee. This is my, what's it called, blonde roast. And I got these pouches. And this is really important. This will hold the coffee grounds, and I can put them right in here and let that sit. The other benefit is that it's so much easier cleaning out the coffee pot when that's done. And for me, I also put in some green tea. That's a thing that I liked. In 2018, my daughter got sick and I got bronchitis, and so coffee didn't taste good. And so I was drinking a lot of green tea. But somebody introduced me to the Starbucks blonde roast, and maybe I shouldn't have said Starbucks. Well, anyway, nonetheless, I love the blonde roast, and I don't like it real strong, but I love the flavor of coffee. It's just not real strong. And so I put in 3 scoops, and this is my scooper. 3 scoops of the blonde roast, and then 4 of the green tea. And while we were doing this, my water was heating up in the microwave. And let me get this started. So here it is with the coffee in it. And it's got these 2 strings. I'm going to try to do this. So many YouTubers have such incredible videos of doing things like this. And unfortunately, I wanted to set the phone down to do it. Now, I have tied it once. Get that out of the way, have to throw it away. And so what I usually do is tuck this under and then tie it again, just to make sure that there is less residuals that could get out of the bag. Well, let me do that real quick. So there that is, now nice and tight. And see, it's just got this ball here. It just really helps to just close it up. So even some of the dust particles, I don't know what it would be called, but anyway, nonetheless, let those get out. And then I love my measuring cup. It heats up things so well. And so that will get this be getting started. There we go. Now I'm going to add the tea and get another cup of that. Get another one of these boiling with some water. Get some. That small water purifier is great. I had the largest one before. Boy, oh boy, it is very hard to lift that thing up with one hand, and it takes up a lot of space. So, as you know, I don't have a lot of space here. Let that heat up for 3 minutes. This is great. I even have one of the bags. I pulled out an extra one because I'm going to be making some hibiscus tea, but I put the hibiscus tea, I had it totally going off somewhere else. Anyway, nonetheless, so this is for tea, and it was a gift. Thank you very much, Casey. And so now I have this bag. I can put some hibiscus leaves in it and let it stick down in there. That way it's easier to pull it out. Also, a whole lot less fuss and muss and less mess. I guess muss is a good mix of fuss and mess. Yeah, muss. Anyway, nonetheless, so that's warming up. The water is cooking. Let me get this done. The nice thing about this is that these bags are nice here. I've got this bag and another bag of those, I don't know what they're called. Anyway, that's terrible. Oh, anyway, fit nicely behind these jars so they can't be seen. And now I have taken the tea bags, I have put them in here, so while that other water is heating up, I go ahead and press it down and let that get seeping a little bit. And let me get my lovely little mess picked up. Stir up my drink. I gotta finish my drink. Okay, time to pull water out of the microwave. It's too bad they can't change the way a microwave door opens, because it's always backwards here. And so, see, the microwave is here. It would be nice if I could go that way and get hit less in the head and less messes and so on. Let's get this guy picked up. Sit on a paper towel so it doesn't drip all over. Make sure I got those out. All right. And pour in the rest of that water. And let that sit for a bit. And go ahead and press this very slowly. And now, oh no, it's not what I meant to do, but oh no, too much of that came out. That doesn't normally happen. I must have overfilled the water cup. Get that mixed up. Anyway, so now that can sit there, and I'll get my cup over here. That is my cup. That will fill this up 2 times. Let that sit. Stop pressing on it. Now, normally when I had too much water in there, I do exactly what I'm doing here. Because this cup will sit right underneath there. And then press it, and then the water goes inside that cup. Less mess. Anyway, I just thought I would share that with you. This is how I make my coffee in the mornings. Usually, like I said, this makes 4 cups, so it will fill this 2 times. So one morning I get it fresh, the next morning I warm it up. And once this is done, and it has sat for a while, I'll let it sit for a good 5 or 10 minutes so that everything seeps nicely. And then I pull the bags out, the tea bags and the bag that has the coffee. And that can sit and not have to worry about the mess. And it's really a very good idea. Coffee press doesn't use electricity other than heating up the water, of course, in the microwave. But, and it takes up a lot less space than a coffee maker. So that's one of my tricks as far as having coffee every day. I hope you have a good one. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll come back.